I hope this is a blessed Ash Wednesday for you as we enter the season of Lent. I want to share some news which I expect that many, if not most, will find to be very positive and uplifting. It has to do with our COVID-19 guidelines. Recently, the task force met at my request, and we considered the current state of our guidelines here at Providence United Methodist Church. In light of recent developments, particularly announcements from the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, the governor's office, and the CDC. And in light of that, we've decided to change our guidelines to follow their lead on these matters and their advice to the region and to the country. So here's what we're going to be doing effective this Saturday, March the 5th, here at Providence UMC. Again, effective beginning Saturday. No longer are we requiring masks to be worn in our church for any function whatsoever. They are no longer required. You are welcome to come without masks. You are also quite welcome to wear a mask if, for health reasons, that would be an advisable thing for you to do, or for any other reason, if you prefer to do so. And I do hope that we will be very charitable toward one another in that regard. So for those who wish to continue wearing masks, I hope those who are not wearing masks will not make them feel in any way bad. We need to continue loving one another with Christ-like love. But the good news is we are no longer requiring masking. And that means in worship services, in Sunday school classes, in any group meeting, any activity that's taking place either within the church, outdoors, or field trips, mission trips, etc. We are not requiring masks. This applies equally to members of our church and groups that are part of our church, as well as groups that are just using our facilities but are not part of our church family. Anyone who is utilizing space at the Providence campus or on the St. John's campus is welcome to do so without wearing a mask. These new guidelines also apply to any and all persons of any age. And so that's important for us to remember as well. Food and beverages may be served as they were in the past. There are no restrictions with regard to those either. So we want to serve, if you want to serve coffee or refreshments or have any other kind of a meal of any size group, you are welcome to do so here at the church. I will say that this coming Sunday is the first Sunday in the month of March when we have a tradition of serving Holy Communion. And we will again, but this particular Sunday, we are still going to be serving Holy Communion in the ways that we have been with the packets and the small chalices rather than by intinction. We will anticipate transitioning into the new form of Holy Communion with the month of April. There are a variety of reasons for this. So Holy Communion will look the same, but we will be able to see one another in a new and special way. And I'm just so pleased that we're finally at this point. I will give one word of caution, and that is, of course, that as we have seen again and again with COVID, the one predictable thing is that COVID is not predictable. And so it's possible that we'll have to modify these guidelines down the road, but I hope we won't. We have no plans to do that. And I hope that we are on a track that will keep us in a much happier and healthier state. So I look forward to seeing you in a new way. And if that's why you may not have been around the church lately, we hope to see you back in person here at the church. And again, we will continue offering live stream as we have been. That option remains. And if you're more comfortable worshiping from home or elsewhere, you are welcome to do that. But we hope that you'll make your way back to the church if and when you can. And I also want to mention that with regard to our Sunday school classes, other groups, as well as individuals who are meeting, Zoom remains a great option. And so I encourage you to consider that. We'll continue having our 2 Zoom accounts here at the church, and you are very welcome to use those in any and all settings if that is a better situation for you and your group. So please do consider that. There's many benefits to Zoom, and it is a great savings of travel time and expense often, and allows meetings in the evening where you don't have to travel in the dark. So again, I expect that we'll continue having Zoom meetings as well, but we are back where we were hoping to be, where we can see one another's smiling faces. Thank you to the members of the task force for the wonderful work that you've done these past 2 years. I am so grateful to your counsel and your support. And I also want to just thank our entire congregation for the ways in which you have adapted to these challenging times. It is a privilege to serve you here at Providence UMC. Thank you for all that you have done and for your willingness to be patient and to go through these things. It hasn't been easy, but our aim has always been a balance of keeping everyone as safe as possible while allowing as many activities as we possibly can. And trying to strike the right balance isn't always the easiest of things, but we've done our very best following John Wesley's rules of doing no harm and doing all the good you can. At the end of the day, we're all seeking to follow Christ faithfully and to love our neighbor as ourselves, as we also seek to love God with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength. May God bless you all.